Welcome to Star Corner. What a difference a day makes. Here's Mark in the ensuite small bathroom, and this just feels really exciting now this weekend. Work has fully started now on this room.
A little different than all the rest.
Welcome to Star Corner. What a difference a day makes. It was so cold and windy yesterday that I just couldn't come into the garden, but today, well, it's a different story. Anyway, I thought I'd start off today by talking about this amazing spiky plant. There's a bit of discussion going on as to whether it's a cardoon or a globe artichoke. Well, this is the label from it, and it definitely says globe artichoke. I've done a bit of research and I'm still convinced it's a globe. I can't get my words out. I'm still convinced that it's a globe artichoke. So until I find out different, I'm going to stick with globe artichoke, but it doesn't really matter. It looks fabulous anyway. I also need a bit of help in finding a rose. Mark and I are celebrating our wedding anniversary. I think it's next week on the 10th of June, and we have decided to buy a rose for the front of the house. We were thinking we were going to have a wisteria, but now actually we feel that a rose will have longer longevity in the year. So we want a nice climbing rose in a sort of pale pinky, apricot-y, creamy colour even. Basically to tie in nicely with the colour of the house and the herb garden. And just to set me off and to point me in the right direction, if you can recommend a beautiful climbing rose, which you think would be good for Star Corner, I would love it to have a fragrance. I would love it to have a long flowering season and to be repeat flowering. And obviously to look nice on the brick wall. So have a think and let me know in the comments if you can recommend a rose, and then I can look them up and we can make a decision. Let's go see how Mark's getting on inside. Exciting things are happening in the bathroom. Here's Mark in the ensuite small bathroom, and this just feels really exciting now this weekend. Work has fully started now on this room, now that the plumbers have been and that we can really get on. So what's happening in here? Tell me.
So I put some battens on this wall here.
There's a screen. That's new.
We're using plasterboard. There's a number of materials we could use. That's all got to be tanked, waterproofed, before I tile onto it. We've brought these battens onto it because you would like these hung on this wall.
These are old school science lab
top. So to do that, I want to bring this out so it meets flush here with the tiles, so it will look nicer. More stud work on the walls because I need to bring this out for the fan, which is up there.
Oh, have you got the bit that's going on top of the fan?
I have. There we go. And this.
So when I went to stay with my friend in London, I was talking about the dilemma about not wanting a plastic fan up there, and she's an antique dealer too, and just like us has things lying around, and she just bent down and pulled this out from underneath her dining room table.
We'll cover that.
So we now have something to put over the fan.
Like that. So you won't actually see the fan. This can be removed.
Thank you, Amanda. Let's have a look at it, close up. And that comes from an old cooker.
I think you said it came from an old cooker, yeah.
An old cooker in her house, I think.
But that will look much nicer.
Yes, so, carry on.
This bit's gone across the top now because partly design, partly function. So this is keeping this all nice and sturdy now.
So for new followers, new subscribers, explain what all of that is.
Okay, so this is going to be clad in a teak. We're going to use the lab tops again to make some panelling, which will cover all the pipe work here. We can access the pipe work as well from taking the panel off.
So that's a screen.
Yeah, this will have, where is it? I've got this here somewhere. Is that it? Or is that too big, that bit? This is an old marble fireplace that we reclaimed for nothing. So we will cut this down and that will sit in there as a shelf.
Yeah.
And this bit will have glass in it. So that makes our shower screen.
So good. That's really good. So you put the floor. On the...
Yeah, this is a pre-formed base, which is technically, I think technically it's kind of waterproof, or I can tile straight onto it, but we're going to tank this just to be sure, because I've never done this before.
So I'm just bending down here and picking up. These are the tiles that are going on the wall. And have you got a black one? And these
black ones will run round the base.
Black ones.
So they'll go round like this, and then these will then follow all the way around, all the way up. And we're having soldier bricks, are we not? We're having them at the top here somewhere. They'll be going that way. They'll change direction.
Yes. Yep, just to all add a bit of texture and detail. So that's it, really.
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
So from my point of view, we need to finalise. We've measured the floor for tiles. I want to place the order. We just have to measure again.
We'll recheck the measurements, see if we can.
Because the tiles are expensive for us, but they're going to be so worth it. But we don't want to be over ordering on the tiles.
No.
Or under ordering.
No, not at all. Don't want any cock ups, do we?
So timescales for the bathroom ensuite. I know people are going to ask.
Don't know. I really don't know. I mean, if the tiles come next week and I can get this tanked in the week, I'm busy next week, so I don't know whether I'll get time.
And that's the thing. The tiles do take a while. We've left it to the last minute. I don't know. I need to check. But whenever we ask about tiles, they're like, "Are you in a rush?" It could take up to 6 weeks.
Okay,
so.
Well, it'll be 6 weeks then before I can get it started.
Well, we can turn our attention to the garden.
All the plastering. Yeah, there's a bit to do, isn't there?
I didn't mean just of the shower bit. I meant the whole ensuite deadlines, timelines.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've got no idea.
So we also have to make a decision about the shower. We need to get that sorted, and the valve,
which is proving to be problematic.
We've decided definitely on the colour. Well, I say definitely. We've got more colour samples, but I think that maybe the paint colour is decided now, agreed on, and all I need to do is here where the sink is going, and these are the sinks that are going in from an old mill. So all we need to do is decide the splashback behind although I'm still thinking just wood, but we'll work on that. So most decisions made, you're cracking on, the sun's shining. I'm going to do my least favourite job now, which is to strim.
Okay.
All right, see you later. Not strip, strim.
Oh.
I'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
My task for today is have a bit of a tidy up here. Probably need to actually deadhead some of the chives and just have a really good weed. And I also need to trim the verge and the grass, which is my least favourite job, so I should probably get on with that one first. But isn't it looking amazing? I wanted to show you my ranunculus. Now, the other week I saw a YouTuber or an Instagrammer saying that they weren't going to flower now and that we needed to just pull them up. And I just thought, well, I'm going to hang on a little bit longer to see, and I'm so glad I did. They're not amazing, but I've been picking a few and they look beautiful in vases, so I'm so glad that I just waited just that little bit longer. It looks as though Maple has been digging up things in my garden. Naughty little scamp. I can see she's already dug up my tulips as well. I shall be having words with naughty Maple. Maple, have you been digging in my garden? Have you? You look as though you have. Not an ounce of remorse, you little scamp. Called?
I did.
Before you start, I must explain that when we do this, I have no idea what you're about to ask me. So you've just asked me to come in, grab my camera, given you a microphone, and now we're live, so off we go.
Okay, I'm just thinking about how we're going to do this glass bit. So I'm just wondering whether we actually tile all the way into the alcove and leave a shelf there, and then the glass comes forward, as opposed to, I was thinking it was going to be in the middle, but there's no reason as to why I thought that, other than I just assumed. But I'm actually thinking now about actually finishing it off neatly. If we can tile into the alcove or reveal, the glass comes up here at the front. You've still got the lip of the marble, and you've got the marble on this side.
Oh, the only thing is, I thought that I was having a shelf on both sides.
Which sides?
On both sides, both. The marble I thought was going on both sides.
Well, it will go on both sides. One will be squared off. One will have the lip on, unless you can get Bobster to actually make that.
Bobster is our nephew who has just taken a stonemasonry course, so we've got high hopes that he's going to come and sort us out on all sorts of fancy things.
Well, he's just finished, doesn't he? So
well, we can ask him, because it would be really lovely if we could have. So this is the marble from the fireplace. One has got the
edge of the mantelpiece,
and the other obviously is straight.
I reckon you could pass that through a tile cutter and just keep doing it on gradients, so you actually get most of that, and it just needs to be finished off.
Well, we'll have to ask him about that.
Ask him, see if he can do it. Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand the question now. I think I've confused myself. So, what is there a question, or is it a statement?
No, it's a question, because if I put the glass in the middle,
yes,
there's only going to be about an inch there. Now we can still tile into that inch. It just means that when I cut the tiles, they're all going to be an inch all the way around. Well, they won't, because it's going to be all following from there. But here, we'll have to try and mimic that side, I suppose. I don't know.
So
I'm looking
at the tiles will come all the way in here.
Yeah.
And so you're just saying, should you end the tile
at the glass,
mm-hmm. and then you have glass,
mm-hmm.
and then.
Because I'm still wondering whether we actually, I might just take if we've got enough wood, get a thin piece of this, and put a rebate in it, or a groove in it, so that we'll clad the inners of this. I don't know. We have to think about it. I really don't know what to do. It's more fiddly to do the wood, and then although it's teak.
So I hadn't even anticipated having tiles on here at all.
We've got to do something with it. I can't leave it like that, can I?
No.
I'm only thinking about it because I'm about to board up to the top here, because it doesn't matter whether I do this side or not. I'm now thinking, I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do that.
So forget about this side. What are you asking about? This is obviously the issue. So what? If anyone is watching this thinking, why on earth does she not understand? I apologise, but Mark always has to explain things to me a few times.
The internal piece of this has got to be waterproof.
Yes.
So it has to be
finished. So you came up with a solution, but so what?
No, what I'm saying to you, there's a couple of options. We bring the glass forward, right to the edge here.
So you can have more tile.
You have more tile there. You still have a lip on this side. There's still an overhang of marble, so it still look like a shelf. But then you'll have more marble this side, where you could actually probably stand a few bits on it if you wanted to. And then I can tile all the way up here. When I bring the tiles over from here to this side, I won't stop there. I'll go into the alcove, and it'll stop at the glass.
Okay. It always comes down to what am I planning to put on the little edge,
mm-hmm.
always.
Yeah.
And you know exactly what I'll be planning to put on this side.
Toilet paper?
It will just no.
I don't know.
No, it will just be a little vase again.
Right.
So
I don't think it depends. If we do it like that, you're not going to have a huge, unless you want. There's only so much we can do with this space. The toilet's got to move over. Remember?
Yeah. I was just expecting a small little ledge, and then the little pots that we found in the garden or something, the little glass things, and you just have a tiny little posy. Just failing that, I can buy a suction test tube thing and stick it on the glass if it really comes to it.
Yeah. Anyway, something to think about, because
I'm just videoing Poppet.
I think this is thick enough to be able to cut this into a length that will go on the inside all the way around here. Cut that in half, and then we'll only have a thin, maybe a centimetre, 10mm, that runs all the way around here with a groove in, which the glass sits in on top of the marble.
I prefer that to the tile idea.
And then we bring the tiles just up to the edge of the wood.
Yes.
Okay. And then we can put the glass wherever you like then.
I prefer more I prefer more wood than I do tiles. I'm not a fan of tiles or the shower area. So the more architecturally it looks like the screen and it's all part, I don't really want.
And if it doesn't work for some reason, it's easily rectified.
Yeah, so I don't really want the tiles coming into the screen area. I'd like them ending before. So if you can use.
Yeah, see, this is quite thin as well. So on this side, so I'm actually wondering whether this is all. I was already thinking we'll clad this in teak.
Yes.
I'm actually wondering whether we just wrap it round then.
Yeah, I mean,
so
in actual fact, we could
up.
probably do. We want to use these school desks for so much. We could probably actually do with searching to see if we want
Find some more.
if we can find some more, because
I mean, we can buy new sapele, or I suppose we can buy new teak. I don't know.
Yeah. So did that answer the question? I think it did. We got there in the end.
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, I think so. We're going to put teak on the inside of here.
Yes.
Which will finish it off quite nicely, actually. And I actually wonder whether we. No, it doesn't matter, does it? Right. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Gosh, I'm hot. Would you like a cup of tea?
Yes, please.
In the garden, or are you cracking on?
No, I'm cracking on.
Okay. I hope you're enjoying this fly on the wall vlog. As I'm enjoying the sun and the garden, let me remind you about Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee is a website where if you enjoy my free content, you can buy me a coffee, or in my case, a green tea, on buymeacoffee.com. As always, there's a link to Buy Me a Coffee in the description below. And thank you to all those who have already bought me a coffee. So gloriously hot today that I've actually had to have a bit of a outfit change, which is wonderful. I think this is the hottest day we've had so far this year. So what have I been doing? Let me tell you. I've tied up my sweet peas there. There were some low hanging leaves which were looking a bit manky at the bottom of my globe artichoke, so I've taken those up. Done a small bit of weeding. I've deadheaded the chives because they're all going to seed, so they're really going to spread everywhere, which I don't really want, but I haven't taken all of them because the bees are having such a field day. And now the task is to tidy up the dahlias because they're growing nicely, but it's looking rather weedy, so let me do that next. Right, Imogen has made some lunch, so I've just been called in. I can't say I'm sorry, it's so hot, but I'll pop back out later. I may see how Mark's getting on whilst I'm in there too. It's so hot out there.
I wouldn't know.
I know, you're in here. What's going on?
Just getting this positioned, which actually has to come over to about there, I think.
Again, for new followers, will I just explain? This is an old railway carriage door that we bought years ago because we liked it and had no idea what we were going to use it for. But now it's going to be my perfume cupboard of dreams. So it's going to be quite a shallow cupboard, which will be set into the wall. And then this is the window that will just pull up and down with shelves in with my favourite perfumes. Well, not my favourite perfumes, my only perfumes. So you obviously have a question.
Well, one, I want to make sure that I think this is going where I think it is, which I do believe is over to here. Because if you stand back and have a look, central to the doorway, which is what you said you wanted.
Yes, so here is the door. And I want that to look straight in the centre, which isn't particularly at the moment. Well, it depends whether I'm standing centrally to the...
I actually think it needs to be about...
that
bit more. About there.
That does look about right.
Well, it is going to be a bit of a guess.
Yeah.
So...
that looks right to me.
Okay.
Yes.
Right, okay. I can actually start getting that in position today.
Oh, is that all that you wanted?
We'll do that and just other bits and bobs that have been done, so...
Let's have a look. Oh, we've got boards
that's
here.
been boarded out now.
So this eventually will be foxed mirror.
It will.
All the way along.
These are lined up, they fit nicely. In fact, this, apart from the third one, is almost exactly the right size to go along there. I've got to just give it a slight trim. The gap is allowing for tiles and...
So these are the science desks, which we're using as a wood panel along here. Foxed mirror there, which we need to source. I think we may have to actually make it Fox rather than buying it ready Fox. And all the way along here, we're going to have a brass rail because we've got underfloor heating, and that will be the towel rail running along there.
Yeah, there'll be something here, wood-wise, so that'll all kind of neaten up.
Yes.
All the way down there.
In the teak, sort of.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't know yet.
Gosh, this is major progress.
It's much better, isn't it? It's amazing how quickly it will come together.
So what else are you doing today?
I don't know yet, is the honest answer. I'm going to see if I can get this in position. I've got to move some wood around. And then if I do get that in position, then that's probably as much as I'm going to do in here.
Okay, well you go and stand there and have a look. Do you think it's central?
I think a blind man would be glad to see it, see the difference. To be honest. Do that look central, Ro?
Well, I explained to Rowan what we're trying to do.
We're trying to make when you look through the door, which is the two bits of wood here, does that look central to the door?
That's 81.5. So that would be 40.75, wouldn't it?
Well, what I need to do is, excuse me, right? Let's just get the... There you go. Look, if I can get that... Where is it? I need to... there we go.
Ah, okay. So that's... Stop moving it. That's 81.5 there.
Okay. Which means
so it's moved. You've moved the dot then.
Yeah, but your arm's right in the way, so I can't actually see the dot.
Okay.
Right. What does that measure?
That's... Oh, you keep moving it.
I can't...
That's 83. I'll move it along. I was waiting for you to settle down. I mean, to be honest, you keep moving it around so much that let's not do. Let's just get a pen.
That's it.
Is that it? Just do it on the other one, just to make sure. So we're looking at 40. was it 81 and a half or 82 and 81 and a half, so it's 40.75, so it's there, that needs to be the centre point there.
Where?
There.
93? 43.
41.75, so if you take it from there, if you go back there and measure it, 41.
Okay, mark the end then.
Okay, is that 40.75?
Yeah. 40 or 41?
Yeah, 40. Yeah, that's what it's 40.75 times 2 is 81.5.
Yeah. So 40.75 is there.
Okay, just move it.
Okay.
That is accurate.
And that measures 61 and a half, so that's 30. What's that? 30.
61 and a half?
61 and a half, yeah. That's 30.75, isn't it, again? So, which is actually, we're there. If you look at that, we're there. That's it.
30.75 is 61 and a half. Yeah.
Well, that is exactly where it needs to be.
There you go then.
There you go. I haven't got wonky eyes.
All right.
That's good.
Right. Now you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
With the proper tools. No, you've been watching Philip from How to Renovate a Chateau Without, what was it? Without divorcing your wife.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Yeah. Just trying to mock it up for the right height for the waist and work out where it's going. So that actually needs to be arched over to roughly here, because I think you want it to the doorway. So
yeah, well, I want it so you can't see it from when I stand.
Yeah, okay, so it's actually got to come over to about there then.
Okay, so we've got 2 of those.
Yeah.
Link into each other.
Yeah.
Oh, they look so good, aren't they?
Yeah, they look nice, aren't they?
Really nice.
But I've missed the boat today for this because I haven't got the stuff, so.
That's okay. Well, you need a bit of downtime anyway. Hot.
It's warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well I can take some measurements off this anyway, so that's great.
Good day.
Yeah, not a bad day, is it?
What a fantastic day we have both had. Mark has achieved so much today in the ensuite small bathroom. It's really happening now, which is really exciting, and we're just ploughing ahead with that. I've made great inroads into having a bit of a tidy up in the herb garden, so it's all really good. I'm now having a tidy up and picking just a couple of flowers that need picking. Mark's cooking a curry, and then we're just going to relax into the evening. But we have a couple of really exciting things coming up, so watch out for the next couple of vlogs. I think you'll enjoy it. So thank you for watching, and I will catch up again with you next time. Bye for now.